have a new theory on Arlecchino, but it's kinda unhinged. With the voice line about Piero confirming she's a descendant of the Crimson Moon dynasty, and this Twitter post from Genshin's official account, it's safe to say that our theories about her being linked to Perinari are getting confirmed. A while back, I did say that I thought there was a link, but the thing that bothered me is that Perinari bore no curse, but Arlecchino does have a curse. So it got me thinking, what other nation is said to be cursed? Natlan. Arlecchino literally has fire in her veins. With this fire extracted from her veins, she's able to kill people by erasing their memories, or even create after images of the people she literally unalives. So there's the theme of life and death, and life beyond death and reincarnation that we can find linked to Natlan and Pyro in reference to the Pyro gemstone and Agni, the Hindu god of fire. But if Natlan did get cursed, why did it get cursed in the first place? And how could Arlecchino be possibly related to Natlan? Well, Nibelung acquired forbidden knowledge to find the primordial one, and the dragon sovereigns were defeated again. So what if Nibelung, the dragon king, was the pyro dragon? And because of his actions, his land was cursed. Later, Nibelung returns or is reborn, but in fragments, the crimson moon being his eye, and the purple crystal, the center, his mind. Because if you ask me, it's a hell of a coincidence that the Crimson Moon dynasty is all about fire and blood. From there on, I see two possibilities. The first one I can think of is, amidst all this, Perinari is an outlander who comes from the world beyond Tevat and lands in Conria. He's taken in the former House of the Hearth and undergoes their ritual, but he's able to see Nibelung's eye appear to him in the Crimson Moon. He's chosen by the dynasty to try and give back Nibelung a body by using the scythe as they try to bind a part of Nibelung to Perinari's body, effectively joining two worlds. They failed to resurrect the Dragon King in full form. The Crimson Moon is decimated and cursed, but not by Celestia, but by the consequences of their own actions, and that probably being infected by the forbidden knowledge, as they are considered tainted. But if Perinari loses control to the curse, he is consumed and is reborn again until the vessel is strong enough to control it, and making it a fully fledged dragon again by giving the pyronosis back to Nibelung, with the current reincarnation of Perinari, Perer, the resurrection of incandescence. So now, here is the second possibility I can think of. Perinari was the Dragon King Nibelung reborn all along, still carrying forbidden knowledge and scattered into fragments. The dynasty using the scythe to bind his fragments back into his new body, but got tainted by the forbidden knowledge in the process, the curse being in fact forbidden knowledge. If Perinari loses control over the curse, if the darkness reaches his heart, he is consumed and reborn again because of him being the Pyro Dragon, as reincarnation is heavily associated with Pyro. Why the heart? Because that's what Arlecchino says. She thinks if the curse reaches her heart, something will happen, but she doesn't know what. Arlecchino being the flame between two worlds is in fact her being the dragon, a creature from Tevat, tainted by the forbidden knowledge, known as the knowledge from beyond this world. This may explain why she's glitching, because Irminsul doesn't know what to do with her existence. Arlecchino's ability to manipulate memories, generate after images, etc., and the fact that we see Skara in her animated short when no one is supposed to remember him may indicate that even her memory is somewhat immune to Irminsul manipulations, because of her being an outlander and or carrying forbidden knowledge and being Nibelung. Or maybe it's just fan service for Skara, I don't know. What's interesting as well is that the after images that are created from her power are not all as evolved as Clervy. They generally look like those little creatures around her before starting her boss fight, and I think they look very familiar. They remind me of the Pari, which are spirits created from the combination of the power of the goddess flowers and, most importantly, the heart of the primordial sea. So when in contact with a primordial form of an element, sentient things might be created. Her constellation looks like a dragon claw holding a flame, and the overall shape of its design looks like a heart. So, if unalived by primordial fire, the symbol of life, death, and reincarnation, ghosts may be created. Not to mention that she has wings, very visible in her boss form, where she has 3 pairs of wings, just like Dvalin, and in her voice lines and character stories, Arlecchino states herself that she bows to no god but recognizes the Seven's authority, that she has some form of respect for the Archons, that she will not hesitate to turn on the Tsaritsa, and that, given the occasion, she will take revenge on fate with her own 2 hands. So, just like Nibelung, she wants to take revenge on the fate imposed by the heavenly principles. And if you tell me enemy, but Neuvillette would surely know. Would he though? He couldn't even tell that Farina was human and not an Archon. So, what do you think? Could Arlecchino be in fact Nibelung, the Pyro Dragon Sovereign and Dragon King? Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.